Good afternoon, Uganda. Thank you so much for making us a part of your lovely Saturday, the 11th day of February 2023. Welcoming you on board for our lunchtime news coming to you live from Nile Avenue Broadcast House. My name is Sandra Kaunde. Now, straight into activities for the day. Parliamentary Committee on Agriculture is appealing for the construction of dams in Karamoja sub-region to improve agricultural productivity. This follows a reported stalled works of a multi-purpose dam, Nakoyen sub-county in Moroto district being undertaken by the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries.
So now you see the dilemma. The district, not
the committee,
The Parliamentary Committee on Agriculture is on a fact-finding mission in Karamoja sub-region of government-funded development projects. The legislators and district authorities, however, are not happy over delayed progress of the construction, especially Nakoyen Dam in Tapak sub-county in Moroto district.
But really we wanted him at the site so that he explains certain things. Where is he?
The committee members, led by the chairperson, Janet Akech Okori, accompanied by Moroto Deputy RDC Justin Tuko, together with other local council leaders, expressed concern over the slow progress in the implementation of major projects in Karamoja.
Yeah. It has now taken many months, and we expected really by the ordinary eye to see what the dam looks like. But we are here.
the site, there is no one. The tractors, the graders are just parked here. People need services. We thought this thing would do. This is a welcomed project by the pastoralists themselves. It is so unfortunate that the processes for the engagement, people's involvement, were not followed.
Moroto district leaders are now asking concerned parties to account for what the people expect from them.
There was a disagreement between Minister of Water and Minister of Agriculture. The matter reached the President, His Excellency the President. The President directed and said, following mandates, the Minister of Water does the excavation, and the Ministry of Agriculture does the agricultural bit of it. But it is unfortunate. I don't know again what happened from Kampala. The same Minister of Agriculture who was
that when a contractor has been put in a place, them work together with the district. But in this kind of thing, you find the district saying they went alone.
So would now come in here. The office of the President should now come in here, so that these people here are brought to book. 80 billion, you see.
However, Amdati district leaders claim that the dam project is far and does not benefit most of their communities.
And when you compare the site at Kamu and that one of Nakonyen, you will get that in Nakonyen there is no grazing ground around there. It's only people's gardens and homes. And then when you go to Kamu, Kamu has grazing ground where the animals will be grazing. The only thing missing.
The committee chairperson, Janet Akech Okori, also woman member of parliament, Abim district, is part of the fact-finding mission.
We expect this dam to provide water to support the farmers, whether livestock farmers or those on crop production, through irrigation.
Parliament naffe kenyine ababaka tulekeraawo okuyisanga ssente fa kubanga waliwo abazze ne bazisaba tulekerengaawo okudibuda ssente ya munnayi w'omusolo. Nze kinkutteko nnyo kati tractors zino muziraba ewaffe Kalangala tractor okutuukayo giba mirerembe ate ejjagwa mazzi kakati eri wano etudde.
As a person from Bugweri, a district without the road unit, when I find tractors sitting idle here,
the project is being undertaken by the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. It is expected to serve the catchment area of Karamoja as well as West Pokot of Kenya. Brian Tumwenebiaruhanga, Maureen Yega, UBC News.
In other updates, Mbarara University of Science and Technology has launched a 12-year inter-university project called University as a Facilitator for Community-Based Sustainable Solutions to Demographic Challenges. The project will be achieved in partnership with the Belgian government through the University of Antwerp and will target 9 districts to address, among others, environmental issues.
This project is about addressing issues concerning the demographic issues in southwestern Uganda, and we are focusing on 9 districts. So the issues which we are addressing are to do with environmental issues, conservation issues of the most at-risk populations and some of the protected areas in southwestern Uganda. We are also focusing on climate change viability, and one of the population we are looking at, we are trying to address, to come up with solutions, are the smallholder farmers. We are also tackling the issue of affordable energy.
There has to be an impact on society. What does the research translate into for the benefit of society? And I'm very delighted that this project, the inter-university project between Master University and the Belgian University, focuses on delivery at the community level, focuses on the most at-risk population at the community level, and is all community-based. And that's very, very important. The other aspect that we would like to emphasize is student exchange. We would like to see the Belgian students come to Mbarara University, do research, present their theses, and graduate with Mbarara University of Science and Technology degrees, either PhDs or masters or even bachelors.
It is high time for a wake-up call. The UCOPS project has the ambition to contribute to find solutions and responses for this demographic challenge. Such solutions can only be multifaceted, with attention for sustainable developments and environments and agroecology, for digitalization for development, attention for sexual and reproductive health and rights.
In another talk related to environment, the Chief Executive Officer of Net Worth Consult Limited, Edwin Muzahura, has emphasized the need to integrate environment and wildlife conservation issues with social issues in the Albertine Graben region. He was reacting to some concerns raised during a wildlife and environment conference at Makerere University this week regarding environmental issues in the Albertine region.
Mid this week, stakeholders in wildlife and environment conservation convened at Makerere University under the theme Partnerships for Wildlife Conservation. The Executive Director NEMA, Dr. Kankwansa Barirega, urged the companies operating in the oil Albertine region to adhere to the set environmental guidelines in the production phase.
Frequency is going to be much more intensive than the exploration phase, but adequate environment and social safeguards have been put in place, and if the oil companies strictly adhere to the mitigation measures identified, we shouldn't see a problem.
Some participants from the Uganda Wildlife Conservation Society called upon the civil society organizations to join hands with government and the private sector to safeguard the environment in the region.
We need to ensure that as CSOs, we work with CSOs to focus on certain areas. For example, the Albertine Graben region. It is a serious area. There's oil and gas which is being extracted in today's.
Meanwhile, Edwin Muzaula, the Chief Executive Officer of Net Worth Consult Limited, working with Total Energy's social component in the region, says that companies are already complying.
There are also efforts to ensure that even with the pipeline and the entire Albertine Rift, the environment, the afforestation institutions like NEMA and other institutions are working hard with other organizations to make sure that indeed the environment is not destabilized. Environmental assessments and plans are presented for approval to ensure that the ecosystem is not affected.
However, Mzaula says a social component should also be given due importance alongside the environment conservation component.
Now, quite often we focus more on the environment and the visible issues and forget the social and soft issues, and that's where we come in to ensure that the people who have been resettled, the project affected persons, their issues are taken care of, compensation issues are catered for. As you know, when resources come into an area, there's a lot of money in that region now. There are a lot of dynamics happen, safety, gender issues, gender violence issues come up, traffic issues for vehicles and schools, school children and other issues.
Report compiled by Bayola Moses and Collins Juko for UBC.
In more updates for the day, Christians from South Ankole Diocese have left for Israel to learn more about agriculture and to transform their livelihoods through agriculture. Led by the Bishop of South Ankole, George Turiasingula, the Christians say Israel is one of the world's largest agricultural countries they want to benchmark.
Israel is one of the countries that is good at improved intensive agriculture technologies on the global despite its semi-arid conditions. It's against this backdrop that Christians from South Ankole Diocese, led by Bishop George Turiasingula, are heading to Israel to borrow relief from them in line with agriculture modernization. South Ankole Bishop George Turiasingula says that although some people in South Ankole have a lot of land, very few have benefited from it since they don't embrace agriculture.
We expect at least to have learned something big where we can carry out agriculture for household improvement, household income. If I talked about the church, we have a lot of land, utilized and unutilized land. So we want to unlock our potential so that we can use church land for income generating.
Bishop Turiasingula urged Christians to put in practice what they will learn from Israel.
And when we come back, we want to talk to our Christians so that we can use church land to earn more income from church land. And also we shall also be visiting holy historical sites like where Jesus was born and also where he was crucified.
Some of the Christians who are going on that tour had this to say.
So that we can copy these best practices to come and help our communities to improve on the agriculture practices, so that at least tomorrow, us as Kamwenga, as Uganda, you find we are having a lot of land, but the land we have, we don't use it productively.
Habokuba turi kuza kwegayo kwa abantu barahinga emisiri kucira munonge bijuma nebindi ebyo byona turaza kubyanjura mu makanisa gaitu
kandi to twinensi eyirime ebinyansi na meizi nitakarungi tureba ngu turarikosa tuta nahabwe ekyo ndeba ngu nazayo amageza gunde iheyo nizagatwaro witu Kamwenge tugakozese.
The trip is organized by Alleluia Tours and Travel.
Basically, it is agriculture benchmarking, and they are going to see fish farming, they are going to see irrigation, the hydroponic irrigation, they are going to see post-harvest handling technologies, they are going to see processing machines.
Now moving on, the media fraternity in the Rwenzori sub-region are in Fort Portal City to discuss issues concerning promoting and protecting press freedom while on duty. Journalists here say most of them are yet to enjoy their freedom at work, especially with their bosses.
Although journalists play a very big role regarding information sharing in the society, most of them have not fully enjoyed their rights, especially with the media house proprietors. This says some female journalists are being sexually harassed when it comes to looking for jobs.
For the years I have been in journalism, I have seen some fellow female journalists being sexually harassed. I have witnessed some bosses, some superiors in some media houses who are using girls.
Some of them say they have volunteered for so many years without contracts, which they say hinder effective service delivery to the public.
Your own boss will come. Why did you talk about this? Who told you? You want the UCC to close us and what? So we have that problem. We don't know how it can be handled. If you can really try to bring on board our bosses for these trainings.
The situation has made journalists in Kasese to organize training for journalists who work in the Rwenzori sub-region to discuss various issues concerning the media fraternity.
Today we are here specifically commissioning a number of peer support volunteers. We want to grow that network that is able to speak on journalist rights violation. And we started it last year, but today we have made a 12 team of people who are going to voluntarily collaborate and document all human rights violations meted against journalists for support from organizations so that UJK can come into support.
A female presenter at Messiah Radio in Kasese district, Jolie Mwambu, noted that most female journalists still face sexual harassment while at work by their employers.
Stop raping girls. Stop forcing them into relationships in disguise of giving them jobs. It is not right. If someone went to school to become a journalist, let her be because of who she is or because of what she studied.
While facilitating the training, the media consultant from Morunji and Mugabe Associate, Kanso Muhira Deus Alitwaha, advised journalists to always seek legal advice, especially when their rights are violated.
As a journalist, it is your right, and also as a human, it is your right. So once your right is stumbled on, you can always seek redress. And what is the right procedure of redress? Court. Yes, we appreciate the fact that we may not have the resources at times to hire legal counsel and to process the case. We have what we call pro bono. And there are some legal aid service providers who will often provide us this legal aid at no cost or at a very minimal cost.
UBC Lunchtime News. Now, celebrating the recently released Uganda Certificate of Education Examinations results, the celebrations do continue as schools savor their success. In Wakiso District, St. Lawrence Academy schools and colleges are celebrating a feat of having 85% of students passing with good grades. The principal, St. Lawrence Academy schools and colleges, Justin Tulina, says the 2022 UCE results have been exceptional.
The recently released 2022 Uganda Certificate of Education exam results continue to excite schools, candidates and parents across the country. At St. Lawrence Academy schools and colleges in the district of Wakiso, Central Uganda, there has been spur of the moment celebrations following exceptional performance.
I've got 11 aggregates. First of all, I want to thank my teachers for teaching me well, for the conducive environment. I want to thank the school itself for the facilities and all that.
The senior 4 results show that 90% of the students of the Academy of St. Lawrence Budo bagged a lot of success.
I'm very so happy that we made it as the Academy St. Lawrence. We are able to get 90% first grades. We thank the Almighty God. It's all by God's grace that we've made it. We appreciate our parents for the support you've given to our children.
The Director of Studies Horizon Campus, Rebecca Naku, attributes the 80% of the surpassed girl students to God, vicious learners and teachers, among others.
The performance has been so good, very exciting. All our girls have passed, and we had 51 students, 25 in first grade, 18 in second grade, and the rest in the third grade. We are so grateful to God that we had none who was ungraded.
Students of Paris Palais, Citizen High School and Creamland campus of St. Lawrence also performed well in both arts and science subjects.
London College, we thank God for the good results we have this year. For 2022 UCE, all our students have performed very well. Majority of them have passed in first grade, and we have very few in second grade. Would like to thank the parents who have entrusted us with their children. Would also like to thank the management of St. Lawrence Academy Schools and Colleges, and in particular, would like to thank the rector.
In Lubaga Division, Kampala City, Mackay College, Natete, emerged the best universal secondary education with 75% of the 2022 UCE students passing in Division 1 and others in Division 2. Mary Kalyango, the school head teacher, says this year's performance has been good.
We thank God we managed to get 22 first grades, 68 second grades, 75 third, and 50 fourth. We are glad to report that around 75% of our students can come back for A level because they have the minimum UNEB requirements.
Relatedly, in Mokone District, Faith High School Sondi Namgongo are celebrating students' good performance.
We got 27 first grades and our best student got 11 aggregates in 8. Our second best student got 16 aggregates in 8. Our third best got 17 aggregates in 8. The rest of the students out of 165, they all passed and passed well.
Now, on the same theme related to celebrating, as of course schools continue to savor their success. Moving on to another update in Kagadi, government-aided secondary school in Kagadi district and the St. Chiringwenjo Secondary School in Chibale district are also celebrating victory upon getting best candidates with aggregate 12 and 13 respectively in the just released 2022 UCE results. Now the Director of Studies, Kagadi Government School, Abiarugaba Tofield, says 27 candidates scored first grade while over 100 students scored second grade with no failures.
27 first grades. We had an addition of 12 from 15 of last year, 2020, and now we have 27. Second grades are 74 and onwards. And what has made our performance appear like that? First of all, committed teaching. Teachers have done their work very well. Learners were in time, were revising their books, and above all, we were trusting in God.
Christine Nanyonga, the best candidate at Kagadi Senior Secondary School, who scored aggregate 13 in the 2022 UCE, attributes her good performance to discipline, hard work, consultation and support from parents and teachers, and aspires to become a doctor.
My name is Nanyonga Christine. I managed to get 13 aggregates. Our teachers were good. They taught us very well. I was disciplined. That's what managed me. I was so much committed. I used to do extension studies, then contact teachers. That's what helped me to get those aggregates. For sure, I'm so happy.
A section of students at Kagadi Secondary School expressed happiness, saying they would double efforts to put their school on the map.
Very, very happy for our school which have got 27 first grades. We are very happy and I can't express my happiness today. I'm very happy and I know we shall perform more and more.
This year, by the way, is our year, and for us to expect more than 10, 16 and above, by the way. So happy and so glad to be at this, by the way.
Moses Orikiriza, the best candidate out of over 100 students at St. Kirigwaijo Senior School in Chibale district, who scored aggregate 12 in 2022 UCE, attributes his success to research, discipline, trust in God and support from teachers.
My name is Orikiriza Moses. I've been a student at St. Kirigwaijo Secondary School. I've managed to score 12 aggregates. And I'm so happy because it has been something that is nice. Though I had targeted 1880, but that's what I managed to get. A slogan that says, "Target the sun so that you can reach the moon." I've been able to get these aggregates because of the help from the teachers, they were acting as my gear, because you have to be having a gear on top so that you'll be able to see what is ahead. I'm so much grateful with my head teacher, Reverend Father Asavachaz, and I also request those brothers of mine who are still struggling to work hard, ensure that you read your books, master what you're reading, read to understand, and do not cram anything.
Pastor Sadayo Orikiriza of Kabuga Christian Fellowship Church, who is the father of the above best candidate, says being a pastor, he dedicated his son to God and attributed his success to discipline.
Ninsima ahabwa omulingo gunamworwire nimwegesa kutina ruhanga no kwikarana ikamba kushaba no kwebundaza obusinguzi buno tiyabwika habwa amagezi gebiti yabwika bokwekamba kushaba dene no kwebundaza no kuriza munonga bazirebeye. Omwana ogu ninsima ruhanga akarugansi na yoroka na yesiga ruhanga kandi nimwegesa kutina ruhanga.
Other schools that excelled in Greater Chibale, Bunyoro sub-region include Notre Dame Academy Secondary School, Busesa, St. Edward's Bukumi, St. Francis, Chinyarugonjo, among others.
Now, relatedly, schools in Bugisu sub-region are celebrating a good performance in the 2022 Uganda Certificate of Education, and some of them are setting strategies for girl-child education. At Amusi College School, Nabumali High Parents, the school administrators expressed the need to promote girl education for an equitable environment for good performance.
Prides in 31st grades, but importantly, the all-round skills like carpentry, baking, and farming are parted into the learners to enable them become job makers rather than job seekers.
We are very much delighted to have all our students perform very well. We are able to get 31st grades. That was very wonderful. We appreciate the work done by the teachers, the school administrators, and the management. Yeah, what makes a difference from our product is that we impart more skills than only academics. So you find that when they go to the fields, they can do other activities, they can bake, they can begin their small businesses using the skills they have attained from elite high school Entebbe.
Universal Secondary School in Western Uganda performed well, and this vindicates the government project that many despise.
I scored 10 aggregates, and therefore it was all the teachers' effort as well as the student body, and all in all I thank God.
I scored 13 aggregates, and I feel so happy for this.
It is not true that we don't perform, because even last year I had 35 in first grade. And performance does not depend on either private or government. Government has given us a lot of materials. We have a science lab well equipped. The government is paying teachers.
At St. Kagwain Bushenyi High School, the best candidate scored 10 in 8, prompting celebrations that may last till late.
We are very happy. All the teachers are happy, the runners are happy. The students of senior 4 did the exams and they have passed, and according to us, they have passed very well. Nobody can doubt this performance.
The head teacher at Buhangizi Secondary School in Boma, John Balije, attributed success to consistent government support that enabled several first grades, the best of which was 10 in 8.
We are celebrating very good UCE Unable results for 2022. Our candidates scored very well. We had 59 candidates in Division 1 and 63 in Division 2. Our best aggregate was aggregate 10.
18 athletes. I call upon all other girls to come and all students to come, all teachers to come and support girl child education.
We scored 19 aggregates. I'm very happy.
In Luwero district, several church-founded and universal secondary education schools like Luwero SS did wonders.
We performed well, and we thank God for this kind of performance that we've achieved this year. Actually getting students who are automatically promoted and being able to get grades out of them, it is really, it calls for a lot of commitment, and indeed God is favor. We've registered good performance We were able to register 56 first grades, and we also registered 55 second grades, and then 55 third grades, and then the rest were in the fourth grade and the other fourth grade. Actually, we had 211 students, the candidates who sat that year. The best candidate scored 10.
I want to become an engineer after studying and going into higher education institutions.
My future plans are to become a doctor.
At Destin Christian High School in Kalongo, Mitiruwero Town Council, 135 learners sat exams with 12 passing in first grade.
My future plans, I'm going to come back here in A-level after I join engineering at university. That's my dream.
I'm so happy and the whole staff is happy about our results because we performed very well. We want to thank God because we got 12 first grades. Second grades were 32, 42 third grades, and 47 fourth grades. We thank God for all our learners passed very well, and we glorify God for that. We thank the staff for the great work done.
Thank you so much for your company. We're glad you were able to join us this Saturday, the 11th day of February 2023, to watch and follow the updates as they unfold. Not forgetting, our newsroom is still working around the clock to bring you more updates later on in a timely subsequent news hours of the day. Keep following UBC as we inspire you. My name is Sandra Kaunde, and of course the entire team behind the scene. I wish you a wonderful Saturday.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda from Airtel. Now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes, 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones.
Dial *175*94# to